Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Got a Fischer Ranger 102 for you today. This ski returns unchanged from last year. We still get two graphic choices here, this purple or I guess a light gray here behind me, but unisex skis made, same construction, shape, and profile, so no differences there, just your choice of two different colorways. And this ski returns as a really mobile and agile ski that has a lot of soft snow performance. We found this to be a really fun tree ski here in Vermont because it is really mobile and just super maneuverable in tighter spaces. When you get it out on trail, it actually performs pretty well. There's a lot of people out there that just simply enjoy having a wider platform underfoot, and while it's not going to really win any carving performance awards out there, it actually does quite well for a 102 and for how well it does in softer and more broken snow. Construction-wise, we're built with a blend of poplar and beech in the wood core, so adding that denser beech does give this ski a little bit more of a smooth and quiet feel to it. Not quite as energetic as kind of the full poplar as what we see in the narrower Ranger 90. That ski has a different level of energy and pep versus the beech-powered 102 and 96 for that matter, which are just a little bit on kind of the slower side, but then they deliver kind of a higher end feel with less chatter and less vibrations. We also get their Titanal, shape Titanal laminate here. So shorter than the narrower skis, this metal layer kind of goes full width underfoot, breaks into small little arms here towards the tips and the tails, just to allow for a little bit more articulation and more smoothness, more ski staying on the snow as opposed to just a full layer of metal here. And then a flex cut underfoot, so just a little bit of an indentation in the middle of the ski. That's allowing for a more natural and progressive flex. We do see a slightly thinner core profile in the 102 versus the 96 and the 90, and that's leading to more playful flex and easier mobility in tighter spaces. This is the 176, and we're on the scale at 1,984 grams, so still under 2,000 grams. More of the mobility comes from the shape than the weight, though, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. Flex-wise, you kind of see the difference in, how flexible these are due to that thinner core profile, and that really allows this thing to dance and be able to maneuver and just kind of be shiftier through softer snow and trees, and it's a wonderful wood ski here in Vermont, and then is able to kind of be supple with more broken snow and choppier snow at the same time. And then we just see an increase in profile and rocker as well. Not terribly cambered underfoot. There is some camber there, but it is pretty short due to kind of the more dramatic rocker length. This tip rocker starts well down into the ski. Not a whole lot of base contact up until the middle third of the ski basically, and then taper shape, it is kind of straighter. That widest part is brought down, but it does not go into the rocker of the ski. That leads to not really a precise start to the turn. It's definitely driftier. So getting this thing, if you want to make this thing turn more, you got to get it up on edge sooner as opposed to letting it kind of ride into the turn on its own. It definitely responds better to, intent skier input as opposed to more drifty and lazy skier input. But if you want it to be more surfy and smeary, it's fine. It's really easy to get this thing to go sideways. It's a little bit harder to get it up on edge and engaged in a carved turn. Tail rocker, not as long as the tip rocker, but we do see a lot more splay. So that's giving the ski more creativity, more of a freestyle potential. It's not truly a twin tip. I think that if they had rounded it off a little bit more as opposed to, I don't know, I guess it's more of a skin notch for potential for touring, but if they had rounded that off, this would have a lot more of a freestyle look to it. But at the same time, it'll work well for occasional switch skiing, and if you want to take this thing in the park, we won't tell you that you're doing it wrong. A little bit longer of a turn radius here, 18 meters in the 176. We find that it is it's hard to find that 18. I think it works better shorter and longer, mostly due to the combination of rocker and taper. So you can get it to make shorter swing turns, not pure carves. But if you want it to carve, you got to get it up on that higher edge angle, and then it doesn't feel like it's bringing you across the fall line as much. You have to put in more of the work and get into that middle of the ski, that shorter radius, which is found really in the middle, not so much in the tips and the tails. So higher edge angles if you want to achieve that 18, but if you keep it shallower, it stays pretty smooth and stable at longer turn shapes. But yeah, I think that there's an intermediate who can ski on this if they're looking for their first kind of mid-fat all mountain / freeride ski, because it's not overly demanding. It's easy to turn. I do think that an advanced or an expert skier can get more performance out of this ski. They'll be able to access kind of the overall intent and style of it, while an intermediate will be fine. It is a little bit on the hefty side, so you do have to just work a little bit harder, but pretty broad range here in the Fischer Ranger 102 in terms of skier style and skier type. But certainly happier in softer snow, and once again, a wonderful, wonderful tree ski. So that's it. Make sure you check out this Fischer Ranger 102 here at SkiEssentials.com, and we will see you out there on the hill. Bye.